Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making vegetarian style fish sandwiches. So I'm going to get my hands cleaned up because y'all know the routine, and I'll be right with you guys so that we can run through the ingredients and I can tell you all what's needed. So we'll do the vegetarian style fish sandwich along with some red potatoes that I've diced in coin size. They're like the like chip size potatoes. That's how I cut them. Just nothing diced. Just kind of peeled them and sliced them straight across like a potato chip. So give me a second. Wash these hands, and I'll be right with you guys. So before we get started with the sandwich and the ingredients for the sandwich, I'll tell you guys what I have put on my potatoes. I use 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, and a teaspoon of sea salt. And I just kind of shook it around a little bit, and I'm just going to put that in the air fryer. Let me get this bad baby going. I'm just going to place these in there just in case you guys want those to go along with your sandwich. It's not written in stone. You don't have to. But this is what I would like with mine. And this is approximately 2 medium-sized red potatoes. Red potatoes seem to, they tend to cook a little rapidly to me. They're real tender. They cook faster than like the russet potatoes. Just my opinion though. Get these bad babies going. You guys can feel free to place these. If you don't have an air fryer, feel free to cook these potatoes in the oven, or you can fry them if you want to in some vegetable oil, canola oil, olive oil, whatever your preference is. Feel free to fry them in whatever oil you prefer. All right, so the type of mushroom that we will be using today is a portobello mushroom. This is the big bella mushroom. The cap, so they call it a portobello grill cap. That's what they call it. I'm laughing, y'all, because every time I think about when people say they, is the man. That's what the man calls it. So anyway, we're going to use this big portobello cap. And what we're going to do is take this stem out. We don't need that. So we can just remove it, just discard it, dig it out. Take a butter knife or something, dig it out, and then we'll get this bad baby going the way it's supposed to. I'm gonna lay my portobello mushroom right there because, as a matter of fact, I'll dig that cap out for you guys to see. I'm hopeful that you can see over here, but I'll just go ahead and dig it out and show you how easy it is to remove that. Very, very easy. So I'm gonna take that stem out of there and show you guys what it looks like. So I've removed that stem. And it just have that little opening in there, which is okay. Won't hurt nothing. Okay, y'all. So let's talk about the first thing that we'll talk about that I had to pre-prep this portion of the show because this is my marinade. In my marinade, I have cut that light on. That might be a little bit better for y'all. In this marinade, I have 2 cups of water. I have 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 tablespoon of Old Bay seasoning. That's what I have in this marinade. You can marinate this cap for up to about 30 minutes, 15 at the minimum, just so that you can get some of that seasoning in there. Because that's what's going to make this sandwich taste good. So that's the marinade. Okay. We're going to do 2 batters. We're going to do a wet batter, and then we're going to do a dry panko batter. We'll do that. We'll do those 2 steps. So for my dry batter, I have 2 cups of sifted white flour. Feel free to sift your flour. Or if you don't want to sift it, you can buy you some cake flour, or you can just use some regular old all-purpose flour just straight out the bag. I sifted mine because I'm going for a lighter, fluffier taste and a crispier crunch at the end with my panko. So my 2 cups of all-purpose And I sifted this flour, you guys. I'm gonna say 3 times just to get it as fine as I want it to be, you know, for my preference. So that's my 2 cups of flour. I have 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. I have 1 tablespoon of Old Bay seasoning, and I have 1 tablespoon of Hungarian paprika. And I'm gonna get that right up in my batter, just like that. I also have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/2 of a teaspoon of regular iodized table salt. And into that wet batter it goes. I'm using these different seasonings because I'm not using fish, and so I want to create a sandwich that tastes as close to a fish sandwich as I can get it to be. And so that's why I'm kind of going with my different seasonings. You know, rolling with like the Creole seasonings and the Old Bays to get this, because this is a fish sandwich, so we want it to taste like that. Okay, so those are the ingredients that I have for my wet batter. And so the next thing that we're going to do to turn this dry flour, this dry mixture into a wet batter, you guys can have on standby like 1 3/4 cups of seltzer water. That's what we're going to use. I may not use this entire glass of water, the 1 1/3 amount. I may not use it all, but I just have it on standby, so just in case I want to, because you guys know how I am when I'm cooking. Like, I'm not really good with measurements, and so I'll maybe sometimes have to go in and readjust until I get the desired results that I'm looking for. So I'm giving you guys the basics, the foundation of what we're starting with, and then we'll just learn by trial and error. We'll just keep it moving. So I'm gonna go in and mix this seltzer water in here. Now this seltzer water, I've just poured in approximately 3/4 of that seltzer water into this batter. Let me show you guys, because it'll fizz too, so don't freak out. You know, but I'm using that seltzer water because I want that nice, fluffy, light texture on my bella mushrooms, on my portobello caps. So that's looking good. And I don't want anything dry in there. This is my wet mixture. So I'm grabbing all of that. I'm going back in. Where we're gonna go? We're gonna do a 1/4 cup. Going in with the 1/4 cup. So that's approximately 1 cup that I've used as a total of 1 cup of seltzer water into this batter, into this dry mixture that I've turned into batter. So let me get that mixed up. Yeah, now see, that's nice, because I don't want it so thin that it drips off of my portobello cap. I want it thick enough so that it'll grab everything. So this is about right. This is what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna get my portobello cap out of my marinade and move these seasonings out of the way. I don't want anything cross-contaminated, although we're using vegetables. I'm gonna set my spoon to the side, set that like that. So I'm gonna be real careful. Be careful when you're handling your portobello caps, and just to kind of let it drain a little bit, get that marinade off of there. I'm gonna drain this portobello cap, and then I'm gonna put 1 more in the marinade to soak, because this is enough for, like, I'm gonna say at least 3 caps. And you guys, if you want to use this recipe for like the baby bella mushrooms, feel free to do so. And for the oyster mushrooms, feel free to use this recipe. So I got that drained off. Sit my marinade down a little bit right there. Then I'm gonna drop that in there for a second, y'all. Then I'm gonna take my other portobello cap, put that right in there. Just kind of submerge it in the marinade. I'm gonna bring it over there so you guys can see. Just kind of get it up in there. let that marinade get down up into the grooves, just like that. And I'm gonna place this back in the refrigerator. So I don't know if I mentioned the refrigerator or not earlier, but when you marinate for the 30 minutes, place it in the refrigerator and let that time just pass by while this is being refrigerated. All right. Okay, off into the refrigerator that goes. And then I'm gonna give my hands a little rinse real quick. Those potatoes are cooking. Excuse me, and they look good. Okay. Let me see, y'all. Where have I taken out? I have not. Here I go again with the trees. Oh my gosh. But I'm gonna try to use these paper towels over again instead of continuously breaking them off. So I'm just gonna sit this right here and I'll reuse that. Okay, so now I am going to, let me place my tongs right there for a minute, because what I'm gonna do is take my spoon and get my wet batter on my Bella cap like that. And then I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna use my tongs to flip it over, but for right now I'm just kind of drizzling on top of there because I don't want to waste anything. So let me take my tongs and I'm gonna grab my cap and flip it over. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Looking good, looking good. Okay. And I have that covered really well, you know, really well. Be careful with your caps because they're kind of sensitive and they're tender, so they will break. So please be careful. What you guys are gonna need to fry this cap in, this mushroom cap, is 2 cups of oil, because I'm doing a deep fry. If you don't want to use that much oil, you don't have to, but I'm doing a deep fry for this because it's a fish sandwich, and so I'm going to deep fry it. Use whatever kind of oil you want. If you want to use olive oil, vegetable oil, canola oil, it makes no matter to me. Whatever your preference is. Today I'm using canola oil, so that's what I'll be frying in. I'm gonna get my grease nice and hot. You know, when you're frying fish, you want that grease to be hot. So I got my Bella cap is submerged really well in my wet batter. And I am going to get my panko out here. Now, if you guys want to season your panko, by all means feel free to do so. I have not seasoned mine because I have seasoning in my wet batter and then I have seasoning in my marinade, so I don't need to put any seasoning in my panko. And this is what panko looks like. Panko is a light breading, just very light. It'll fry up golden brown. A nice little crispiness for the sandwich. So this is what I got a taste for. You guys can probably try this recipe with like, if you're gonna do a 2-step with the batter, with the wet batter and the dry batter, you can do the wet batter and then use all-purpose flour you can use the all-purpose flour as a dry batter, as a dry mix when you're done with the wet batter. Or you can use the panko, or you can use the breadcrumbs. You can use whatever you want to use, whatever works for you. Today, I'm using unseasoned panko crumbles. That's what we'll be using. Okay. I can't wait till this retrograde is over because I have been stumbling. My communication has been off, you know. So I'm gonna get my not baby Bella, this is my big Bella. My big Bella cap. Lift it up. I'm going to bring it over there so you guys can see it. So what I did was got a lot of that batter onto my cap, even into that little circle, because I'm looking for that crispiness. So this wet batter is going to make the panko adhere to it really well. So I'm going to drop that down up in there. Make sure you guys get a some type of bowl or something with a lid so that you can shake your cap up and get your panko all on there. So I'm just going to shake this up. do what I gotta do. You know, get that coating on there real good, you know. Yep, I'm gonna bang this. Y'all know I bangs my food. I'm gonna bang this as soon as I get it right. So yeah, that's looking good. Yeah. I like that. I'll show you guys. Give me 1 second. I want as much paint coat on here as I can get. Looking good, looking good. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So I'm gonna come over. I'll be over there, you guys. I'll be right over there to show you guys what it looks like. I keep looking at my chopping board because I have a little bit of my my wet batter on there, and I don't necessarily want that on there. My potatoes look good. Y'all, they're just about done. So I'm gonna go in for a half of a paper towel, y'all. Use me some antibacterial soap to just clean this portion of my board off, and then I'll rinse that off of there too. I don't want to, I'm always careful about that because, you know, like I always tell you guys that flour is raw, so you can get like salmonella poisoning. So I like to be careful when I'm using my chopping board and placing different things on there. Why I set that on there in the beginning is beyond me. I don't know. Just kind of weird stuff sometimes. So yeah, get that portion cleaned up, okay, and I'm good with that. Now, let's see what's up with this grease. Just about ready. I need it to be, it's not hot enough yet. I need to be a little bit hotter so that this will fry up really well for me. Let me show you guys what the coated cap looks like. Look at that. That's coated nicely. So once that grease is hot enough, this bad baby is going right down into that grease. And then from there, we will make us some tartar sauce. We'll make us some tartar sauce. And I have some garnishings over here that I'm going to put on my sandwich. The only thing that I'm missing, I wanted I have some mild jalapenos. I usually eat those like on my fish sandwich due to the fact that I can't have the spicy yet. I think that my potatoes are done, y'all. I'm gonna say they are. And I'm turning these on. So those are done. And I'll show you what those look like in a few minutes, y'all. We'll let them cool off a bit. In the meantime, this grease is warming up and we're gonna get this ready. So I'm gonna sit this container to the side because remember I still have a Big Bella cap that's marinating. So once that's ready, I'll batter it up and get it rolling. This can be stored out or in the refrigerator. I wouldn't use it past today. You probably could, but I'm not recommending it. I'm going to use it for that next Bella cap, and that's it. The rest is going to be discarded. Also, I need to get me some vegan butter because this sandwich is going to be served on a brioche bun that is toasted with vegan butter. So give me a second, you guys. Little second here to find my vegan butter. All right, I have my butter. Yes, I do. All right, now my grease is doing what it's kind of doing its thing. Let's see it. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna take my cap and drop it right into that grease. All right. All right, all right, all right. That's doing good, y'all. Okay. I'll turn that flame down. I have the flame on like a medium high. I had it on high so that I could warm the oil up real good and get it hot. And I did that. I succeeded with that. So I turned it down a bit. Yeah. What I'm doing right now, I don't know if you guys can see in the camera, I'm pressing my mushroom down just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I'll show you guys shortly. We're going to let that cook, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to, let me wash my tongs off here so that I'm ready for my mushroom when it comes out. I have that plate already ready. Give that a quick little wash. Quick little wash. Let me take me a quick little drink. Now that tastes good. That is really good. All right. That is a spiked raspberry lemonade. It's spiked with lemon, citron, vodka. Just a little bit, not much. Just a little bit. All right. Okay. So I'm turning that down. That mushroom looks good, y'all. And I did tell y'all I will be doing like some videos on some cocktails. I'll do like some alcohol beverages, and then I'll do some that are non-alcoholic beverages. So that way we're doing something for everybody. I don't judge nobody. I don't knock nobody. Each his own. If you don't drink, that's fine. Those that drink, no, I ain't got a problem with that. So we're not judging nobody on this channel. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is let's get some tartar sauce rolling, because that Big Bella fish sandwich is almost ready. I mean, it is really getting down over there. Let me show y'all what it looks like. Y'all know I have to show y'all. Like I don't like to just talk and not show y'all. Look at that, y'all. Can y'all see that? It looks really, really good. Really, really good. Okay, I got that going. Okay, so what I have is 3 tablespoons of mayo. Use vegan mayo for my vegans or my vegetarians. 3 tablespoons of mayo. I have 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. I have 1 tablespoon of dill relish and 1 tablespoon of sweet relish. You're going to stir that up. I'm going to cut my lime. And I'm just using about 1/4 of a slice of lime juice to go in it. Just 1/4 of a slice of lime, which is going to be equivalent to about a tablespoon of lime juice. And that's right in there. So I'm going to give that a nice stir. Let me show you guys what it looks like. This is good. Give us a nice citrusy taste. A little sweet, little dill. That's going to be good on that sandwich. Okay, I got my pan heating up for my brioche bun. Not much butter, not much at all. Use my little vegan butter. I'm just going in with about a teaspoon of butter. Teaspoon of vegan butter. And this is just this is if you like your bun toasted. If you don't like for your bun to be toasted, don't worry about it. Don't toast it, just eat it as is. Going in with the brioche. Get a little butter on there. And I'm going to let that do what it does. And I'm taking my baby cap. Seems to be crispy enough for me. I gave it 1 flip, y'all. I flipped it over. I hope y'all can see that. Look at my baby. Oh my gosh. You look delicious. Okay, so I'm going to take my Bella cap out and place it right here. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. This you're gonna get full off of this. It's a vegetarian meal, but let me tell you, this is the Big Bella caps. They're large, so if you eat that, you're gonna get full. Now, if you guys want to use some vegan cheese on your sandwiches, feel free to do so. Let me get my rug situated here. I don't like to mess around with those rugs when I'm dealing with grease. You have to be careful. Okay, I'll move that back. Okay, so yeah, if you guys, you don't have to add cheese to this sandwich, but if you want to, feel free to get you a slice of your favorite vegan cheese. I'm going to add cheese. My cheese is not going to be vegan cheese, though. It's going to be just regular cheese, but feel free to add some cheese. I'll tell y'all what else I'm going to add to this tartar sauce. And that's going to be some of this onion. I usually use shallots in there, and I do have some in that refrigerator, but y'all know how I get when I get hungry. I haven't eaten anything, and it's it's past lunchtime, way past lunchtime. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this onion to go into my tartar sauce. I don't need much because I'm gonna put some onion on top of my sandwich. You guys can feel free to not use the onion in the tartar sauce if you don't want to, but I think it gives it a nice little crunchiness in there. But I love raw onions on my fish sandwiches. So I'm gonna cut me up some onion. And this is just a small yellow onion, you guys. Just a small one. Not much to it. My bun is toasting up good, you see? Just a little bit of vegan butter. Let me go find me a slice of cheese real quick. Okay, I put that onion in there. Y'all saw that. So that was about, for this amount, the onion that I just used, I'm going to say maybe like a tablespoon and a half of onion. That's it. That's all. So I'm going to set that right there. Get this vegan butter put up. And I try to choose vegan butter that does not have like soy or anything in there. Simply because they're saying that it's not good for you. Even though I like soy milk, but since it's not good for me, I don't indulge in it anymore. I'll try not to. I'm just gonna, on my sandwich, I'm just gonna lay that cheese on there. I don't need my cheese to be melted. That bun will do that for me. So I'm coming back over to you guys. And let me see what my bun is. I want my bun, the top of my bun, to be a little bit more toastier than that. My bottom portion is okay, but I'll just sit it there and let that heat kind of do what it does to it. Well, so I'm gonna have me some of this yellow onion finely chopped. I'm gonna have some of this on my sandwich. I like that on my fish sandwich. So let me get that chopped up, and I'm gonna have me some of my spicy pickles. It's not really spicy, just a little kick. I like pickles on there, so I'll cut up some pickle. So I'm gonna have my pickle on there, and I also have me one vine ripe tomato. If you don't want to use these garnishes, feel free not to use them. You don't have to. It's perfectly fine. But when I eat my fish sandwich, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't wait till the retrograde is over, boy. I'm telling you, my communication is totally off. Oh my gosh. But I'll be darned if I cut that camera off and record this, re-record it. We're gonna roll with this just like it is. So now I have my one vine ripe tomato. I'm gonna take that top off of there. Dig out that little stem in there. Get that out of there. I love tomatoes. I always, I know a lot of my videos are redundant, but this is how I am when I'm cooking food. Like, I really do love to cook. Like, I put my heart and soul in it. And when I tell you, when I say I love something, I love it like I love tomatoes. So, whenever I can add them, I do. I ain't saying they necessarily love me all the time because they're acidic, but they're good for my pressure too. So, I'm going to have me a couple of thin little slices of tomato here. Vine ripe. Feel free to use Roma or whatever you want. Any kind of beefsteak tomato. It don't matter. And I also have me some romaine lettuce. I'm just going to cut the ends off of there. Just two little pieces, two green leafy pieces of romaine lettuce. This is what I want on mine. And we're going to look at these. Let's see what's going on with these potatoes, y'all. I'm just going to I could put my potatoes on my plate. As a matter of fact, that's what I'll do. And so I'm not just doing too much of anything that doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna wipe my plate off first because some of that oil splashed on my plate there. So we're gonna take that off of there. I'll be using that paper towel again. So I'm gonna be recycling. Okay, so I'm just gonna open this up a bit. Sit my plate right here for a second and get my potatoes on my plate, y'all. I'll come over and show you guys what these potatoes look like. And I'm going to take them all out so that you guys can see exactly what like two medium-sized red potatoes will give you. Sometimes red potatoes can come large, but for the most part, they're like a medium. They're medium in size. So let me show you my potatoes. I'm about to eat one of these, y'all, because they look good. Let's see. And this is with the air fryer. That's good. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we get ready to lay this sandwich up. Let's get this seltzer water out of y'all way. so y'all can see. I want y'all to be able to see. And I think, I'm gonna tell y'all, this portobello cap is so big, I'm gonna have to cut this bad boy in half. That's what I'm thinking when I get ready to eat it. So I'm just gonna take my top part of my bun that's toasted enough for me. I'm good. Place that on there. I mean, this bella cap is so big. Oh my god, it's larger than the bun. I'm going in with some tartar sauce. Let me get my tartar sauce on there like that. This is gonna get messy, but we don't care. We're gonna eat this. I'm going in with my tartar sauce. I'm gonna put me some chopped onions on there. Let me get a couple of them chopped onions on that bad boy. I'm gonna hit this with some of my pickles. Here I come, y'all, so y'all can see. So far, I got my tartar sauce on that buttered brioche bun with that vegan butter. I have my tartar sauce. You can make it with vegan mayonnaise. I have my chopped onions. I got my spicy pickles. I'm going in with the thinner slices of tomato. So I got me some thinly sliced tomatoes on there. That looks good by itself, y'all. Hey. Okay. Do I have everything on there? Everything I want? Oh, except for my lettuce. Let's get that lettuce on there. I think I'm going to fold my lettuce. We're going to fold that lettuce because we need to see what's going on. So we got that lettuce on there. Ooh, pick that sandwich up. Get these hands wiped off. Let me show y'all something. Let me just show y'all something. Look at that. Sweet Jesus. Don't that look good? Oh my, look at that. Look at that. Ooh. So y'all, that's a little bit too big for me. So I'm getting ready to, I'm going to cut this bad boy. We're going in. We're going to have to cut it. I'm sorry. Because it just got to be cut. And we're going to enjoy this thing. Ooh. Let me get an extra pickle right here, y'all. Let me just. Okay. I got me some ketchup. Because I'm one of the ones that like ketchup. Look at that. Can y'all see that? Oh my goodness. All right. All right. I got that paper towel, like I said. Get this drink down here. Okay, y'all. I'm going in for it. Let's see. Let's see what it do. This is our vegan style fish sandwich. We have the big portobello caps, the grilled caps. That's what we're using. I got that. This is my food. I'm about to dip this in this ketchup because that's what I like to do. Ooh, tomato that came off. I can't even get to the sandwich, y'all, because I'm messing around. But I'm gonna bite it. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. Okay. That batter in that marinade, that's the business. I'm telling you. The best vegetarian fish sandwich I've ever tasted. Let me get one of these chips. It's good. Y'all, I need my little pickle. My other part of my pickle. Woo. Nature people, please don't choke. And Peter, please don't get me for using these paper towels. But this is good. Okay, so these Bella Caps, they're real juicy, just to let y'all know. So this is not gonna be a dry sandwich. This is juicy. This is good. It's so juicy. I'm telling you, it's gonna run down my arm. This is so good. Okay. If y'all don't want to make this yourself, call me. I'll hook y'all up. I got you. This right here, baby. Try the garnishes that I use, y'all. That's my suggestion. You don't have to, but you may really enjoy it. Look at that. Look at the crispiness of that. Cheese melted on that bad boy. Got that pickles, the lettuce, tomatoes, and chopped onions. Mm. Mm. Yeah. What's gonna wind up happening is I'm messing up to be vegetarian. That's what's gonna happen. Cause, baby, that thing fire. I just want y'all to know that. Got my little potatoes. Y'all, this is good. So, to my meat eaters, don't be afraid to try something different. To my vegetarian lovers, y'all gonna love this recipe, baby. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Things so good, I don't know what to do. This is good. I just want y'all to know that. This is real good. I'm sorry. I know that camera zoomed in, but I don't know what else to do other than eat this. And bite this pickle. I'll get that little spicy pickle because still can't have that hot food just so. That little spicy pickle, no. That's real good. Man. I'm gonna try to know that's real good. So if you can't have nothing real hot, get you some spicy pickles or either some mild jalapenos. They work. All right, y'all. I just wanted to show y'all how good this really is. Tastes good. Meal prep time, approximately 1 hour, because you got to remember, I did my marinade and I let it sit for 30 minutes. While it was sitting, I peeled my potatoes. I got them oiled up and seasoned. And I also got all of my ingredients out for my tartar sauce. Got my wet batter, dry batter ready. Got all of that ready. Had my grease prep. And then I got my garnishings out. And I'm going to say maybe an hour. No more than 1 hour. And I'm almost certain that it was less than an hour. You know, less than an hour to get all of the ingredients together, prepare this food, and enjoy it. Less than an hour. Y'all, I want y'all to know that I love y'all. As always, I am so appreciative of y'all, everybody that's tuning in and viewing my channel. I just want y'all to know that I am most grateful. Please enjoy the rest of your day. You know you know what I always say. Please be kind. Please be generous if you can. Be loving and considerate. Being considerate is really important. Okay? With that being said, deuces.